On the 13th of February, 2019, the world said goodbye to the Opportunity probe, Earth's hard-working electronic envoy on Mars.
Subscribe.
The last connection with it was made on the 10th of June, 2018. Then, due to a global dust storm, the probe fell into forced hibernation due to non-working solar panels covered with Martian sand. Scientists have made numerous attempts to contact the Opportunity, but it never responded. It was collectively decided to wind down the mission as not profitable. The device has been working on Mars since January 2004, showing many useful discoveries and beautiful photos. Opportunity exceeded all expectations. Firstly, in duration of its stay on the red planet. Instead of the required 90 sols, just over 92 Earth days, the probe stayed on Mars for about 5,500 days, or about 15 years. During this time, the device walked more than 45 kilometers. Let's track the path of a small but efficient machine, lost in the sands of a distant planet until the device became a part of history. Let's start with the appearance of the long-lived probe. The Opportunity's characteristics. The device, launched from Cape Canaveral in 2003, weighs 185 kilograms. Due to the much lower gravity on Mars, this weight corresponds to 70 kilograms. The Opportunity's size is 1.6 by 2.3 meters, and the height of the probe is 1.5 meters. Starting point of the journey. Opportunity landed in a different location from where it was supposed to, with an adjustment of 25 kilometers. But this fact turned out to be successful, because the probe landed exactly in a crater that astronomers didn't even dream of studying. The 22-meter deep hole was later named Eagle Crater. Opportunity landed on one of its slopes, 10 meters short of the outer edge of the meteorite crater. As soon as it landed on the surface, the probe took several panoramic images of the crater. Before the eyes of the Earthlings appeared a dry and desolate world, painted in brown shades. In the first day on Mars, the rover surprised its creators. The probe found areas where bedrock came to the surface. This, according to experts, indicates that there was once water on Mars. In general, the Meridian Plateau, located south of the equator, wasn't chosen as a landing site by chance. There is a lot of crystalline hematite here. It's a mineral formed only in terrestrial hot springs or reservoirs with stagnant water. This once again confirms the theory of the water past of Mars, and thousands of kilometers of the Meridian Plateau, after research done by the probe, is officially considered the bottom of the ancient ocean. Unique Martian Trench. No rover has ever tried to penetrate the Martian soil before. Opportunity managed to do it. In 22 minutes, maneuvering on one wheel while the others remained motionless, the probe dug a shallow 10-centimeter trench, half a meter long. But despite the tiny size of the moat, the device found something inside. The micro camera couldn't differentiate the soil because even for its resolution, it is too fine-grained. But it found shiny balls of the correct shape. This was the same hematite, aptly called by scientists blueberries. Earth clouds on the red planet. After Eagle Crater, the starting point of a 15-year journey, Opportunity headed for another meteor crater called Endurance. The crater was only 20 meters deep. The rover spent 6 months at its bottom, studying the ground layers, rocks, and convincing scientists that Mars once had seas and oceans. But the most amazing thing happened during the descent into Endurance. Opportunity recorded a fragment of the sky, where it captured the thinnest cirrus clouds resembling Earth. A Pioneer Meteorite. The probe didn't travel the Martian wasteland for 15 years in vain. In many ways, it was the first to detect and do things that weren't done before. For example, after climbing out of Endurance Crater in January 2005, Opportunity was given the command to survey the landing site. There it found an iron-nickel meteorite called the Heat Shield Stone. Strange name, isn't it? But this is only at first glance. It's worth remembering where the stone lay, and everything becomes obvious. Heat shield rock was detected by the probe directly behind the heat shield dropped during landing. It wasn't possible to drill a basketball-sized rock using the tools installed on the probe. In any case, the heat shield stone was the first meteorite found on another planet. 40 days of incarceration. We are used to solving problems quickly here on Earth because a person has many levers to do this. But when remotely piloting a probe on Mars, everything plays against us. Communication lag, dust storms, and the dust itself, thick and viscous. This is where Opportunity got stuck on April 26, 2005. How would the process of liberation take place on Earth? Easily. Given the weight and size of the device, it would be easily pushed out of the resulting funnel. But this doesn't work on Mars. Moreover, at the unfortunate moment, the experienced Martian, Matt Damon, wasn't near the probe. It was necessary to act at a distance, which kept the device in a sandy captivity until June 4th. Only on May 13th, the saving operation began. Before this, the rescue strategy was developed and tested on Earth. All this time, the rover was completely immobilized for 40 long days. Long road stages. Over the years of traveling through the Mars deserts, Opportunity visited craters Erebus, Victoria, Concepcion, Santa Maria, a huge endeavor, the Perseverance and Marathon Valleys, the Mateyevich Hills and Salander, safely survived several dust storms and its parts failures, studied strange stones, gypsum veins, and unusual locations like Duck Lake or Greeley Haven. The rover collected a huge amount of data, from a detailed report on Mars weather and analysis of its soil, to fixing the visible passage of Mars moon Phobos against the background of the solar disk, and finding indirect evidence of the presence of fresh water after studying the Esperance 6 stone. It's proved that the boulder was washed by water with a neutral level of acidity billions of years ago. Previously, it was believed that a liquid similar to sulfuric acid flowed through the Martian valleys and potholes. Lethargic sleep near Endeavour Crater. Opportunity fell into hibernation caused by an enormous dust storm on the slope of the huge 22-kilometer crater Endeavour. Nature, which had been raging for several months, turned the Martian day into a dark, bloody twilight. This was clearly recorded by Curiosity, a probe operating in a different location. The storm engulfed the entire planet, but it didn't cause significant damage to other rovers. But the solar-powered Opportunity died in its sleep. The critically low temperatures of the Martian night also played a negative role. Global attention to the mission closing isn't in vain. Being on Mars, the probe discovered a hitherto unknown desert world and studied it as much as possible, providing convincing evidence that Mars wasn't always dead and dry. Opportunity's era, which some 60 times exceeded the expected period of stay, ended when the last 9 attempts to establish communication ended unsuccessfully. But this isn't the end. The next missions are coming, and our channel will continue to cover all significant events on a global scale. So let's collect 5,000 big thumbs up under this video, and a new, very, very exciting video will be released on the channel immediately. See you soon!